So far, you've only done, well, mostly done basic printing throughout all these 11 or, well, 10 exercises to be precise. So far, you've only done basic printing. I made it do that because I wanted you to get thorough with different characters that make things print since it's very essential, and you get the hang of typing things. In this exercise, however, we're going to do something interesting. So far, you have not made the user uh, get any input, get any prompt for input from the terminal. So far, you have only directly just run your programs in your terminal, right? In this exercise, however, we are going to be doing some input stuff. So, without any further ado, let me just jump right into it so that you get the hang of it. At first, you should definitely notice as soon as you see this file that there is something peculiar and different in this program, which is this input function. So first, what I want you to do is just directly copy this entire file in your own text editor. You can pause this video and you can copy this file. Make sure that this file is exactly similar to my file. Then go into your terminal and type in Python 3, put up a space, drag this ex11.py and drop it in your terminal and hit return. And now you see that this window is asking for a prompt. Like the previous exercises that had these print statements directly being printed in your terminal window, this isn't the case with this scenario. This is not the case for this program. So what is different? Let me go and explain this program line by line. This first line is just a basic print statement which you already know so very well so far. So I need not explain that. The second line, however, I have defined this variable which I called as age, since my print statement was about what's your age. So it was asking age from the user who is running this terminal window. I have defined this variable called age, and I gave its input value as this function. So, well, what is this function? It's a function which helps the user enter values inside of this parenthesis. So this parenthesis isn't visible here, but it's necessary for this function to work. So make sure that after you type in input, you type these parentheses as well. So let us jump right into the program, right? So this program will be interactive and you can interact with it. So let me type in my age. So I'm 23 years old. So my age is 23. And you see that right after this, it has prompted, it has asked me for my height, which is the second print statement. Well, if I wanted a space, a line space after this height string, after this height statement, you should know by now that all I need to do is just type in backslash n, and yeah, that's about it. It would make my program look cleaner. And I have this line 5, which is very similar to the line 2. All that is different is that I've defined a new variable called height, which I named as height, which will ask for input from the user. In this case, I am the user, but in some other case, somebody else could be the user of this program. Like you can ask your mom or your dad to run your program for you, or even your girlfriend or boyfriend to run the program for you, and they would get the same prompt. So yeah, then we have another print statement on line 7, and in this I ask the user for his or her weight, and line 8 is yet another variable which I defined, which again asks for input from the user of this program. So let me go and enter my height first, uh, and then yeah, we get this output, this print statement, which is the same as the line 7 here, and the line 8 is my weight, which asks for my weight. So let me enter my weight inside of this, and yeah, this is the print statement that we studied in exercise 9, exercise 10, which makes use of these 3 triple quotes. Instead of having to type in \n at the end of each and every line, I just use triple quotes so that I can have different lines. I can have an output which has 3 lines, just as the 3 lines right here. The output has 3 lines, and the format string function, which you have already learned, and this f format string function will just directly format these values. So what this basically does is, if you're not yet aware, this curly bracket, which has this first variable age, which I defined on line 2. So what it basically does is, whatever input that I give to this variable, whatever input that I enter over here will be directly considered to be my age, to be the variable age. So whatever input that I enter here, which is 23 in this case, will directly be inserted inside of this variable, and this variable will directly be plugged into this string, this formatted string, with the help of this curly bracket. And same goes for this variable right here, height. This thing right here, oh sorry, I forgot the inch thingy denomination, will directly be printed inside of my height, and same goes for my weight. And that's about it for today. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. This is definitely something new. It might twist your brain a bit. So make sure that you run a few programs on your own, which asks for the input just the way I have written here. You can have some other statements like what is your gender, for example. What is your gender? And then you can have a variable called gender, and you can just have this input function just like the way I have written it. So make sure that you run a few different programs, make a few different programs and run them inside of your terminal. Try to combine the things that you have already learned, like the escape sequences, or this format string that I use right here, or these triple quotes that I use right here. Try to combine multiple things that you have already learned from the previous exercises, so you don't lose the hang of those exercises. So that's about it for today. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you in the next video. If you didn't get anything, be sure to comment down below. I would be more than grateful to answer your questions. Thank you.